Most people apply to business school all wrong. They apply based on rankings, not strategy. That's how they end up getting rejected everywhere. Or even worse, getting into a school and attending that doesn't forward their career pivot. At MBA Protocol, 99.1% of our clients get into one of their portfolio schools. Not because they're perfect, not because they have amazing statistics, not because we force them to apply to schools that are safer for them and lowball their candidacy, but because we don't treat applications like a lottery ticket. We treat it like an investment portfolio. Hi, I'm Angela, the founder of MBA Protocol. We help ambitious professionals, from private equity investors and consultants to so-called non-traditional applicants, use the MBA to make bold pivots into careers they actually love. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact portfolio strategy that we use with our clients that get a 99.1% admit rate. So you can stop wasting applications and build a school list that actually fits your career. By the way, at the end of this video, I'm going to explain why even most MBA admissions consultants don't use this strategy to help their clients apply to the right schools. Most people ask, what's the best MBA? Wrong question. The right questions are, what career am I targeting? What tier of schools is my profile competitive at? And what risk tolerance do I have for this admissions cycle? You don't pick a school, you pick a portfolio. So let's talk about your MBA portfolio strategy. You need 3 types of schools in your portfolio. The first type of school you need in your portfolio are reach schools. These are ones with highly selective admissions processes, low acceptance rates, huge brand, lots of leverage if you actually manage to get in. But these are your lowest probability schools. For many candidates, these are schools like Harvard, Stanford, or Wharton, or the equivalent in your target region. In your portfolio, we typically want to have 1 to 2 reach schools at a maximum, and schools where your profile isn't wildly misaligned. Here's a tip. If you're below the median statistics in terms of your test score and your GPA and your work experience, and you don't have at least one demonstrable spike that differentiates you from the rest of the pile, then you're not applying, you're donating your time, the application fee, and all the effort it takes to put in those applications. So true up your reach schools to make sure that you're aiming high, but not impossibly high. The next set of schools you want in your portfolio are match schools. And these are schools where you have a stronger probability of admission, and they still have very strong brands that are going to elevate your career goals. For many of you, these are going to be schools like Booth, Kellogg, Tuck, Columbia, Michigan, Darden, Duke, and the like. To choose your match schools, you want to make sure that your stats are within the 80% mean range for that program. They place strongly in your target post-MBA industry, and you actually like the culture and would be happy to attend that school. In your portfolio, we're going to put between 2 and 3 match schools. Then we move on to what we call safer schools. And in your portfolio of schools, you're going to need to have between 1 and 2 safer schools, depending on your profile and depending on your statistics. Now, be very clear. These are not consolation prize schools. If you wouldn't attend a program, don't apply. But do the research to understand which schools still give you access to the career opportunities that you want, have cultures that you'd be proud and happy to be a part of, and align much better with your statistics so that your test scores, GPA, and all the elements of your profile put you in the top 30% of applicants for those schools. These are your downside risk protection schools. And for many of you, it will include schools like Georgetown, Rice, Emory, Indiana Kelley, and so forth. Schools that are really strong in the region that you want to be a part of, but may have a slightly less recognized brand nationwide, again, in the region that you're targeting. The advantage of including safer schools in your portfolio is not only that you risk ending up in round 3 with nothing to show for all of your time in round 1 and round 2, but they also are the most likely to give you a hefty scholarship. And this can help you negotiate scholarships at your match or reach schools if you're also admitted there with no free money. Your safety school should really still help you achieve your goal. You're not looking at this as where can I definitely get in, but rather what is my lowest tier option that still gets me where I want to go. Because remember, the entire point of the MBA is to facilitate a career pivot so that you can have the career that you want post MBA. A ton of schools will get you there. And with the right portfolio, you can almost guarantee that your future will include an MBA. Now, here's the mistake that almost everyone makes that tanks their chances. They either aim too high or too low. They don't take an accurate look at what they want, which schools give them that, and where they're honestly competitive. And here's the part that no one talks about. Most admissions consultants don't think in terms of portfolio strategy either. You usually get one of three models. There's the order taker. This is the person who will just polish whatever profile you show up with, even if you have no shot. They're optimizing for keeping you happy as a customer short term without really thinking about the long-term consequences of your choices. Then you've got the gatekeeper. If they don't like your chances at Harvard, Stanford, Wharton, or your dream schools, they just turn you away. They say we only work with certain type of candidates. It's cool for their brand, not that great for your actual life. Then you've got the stat protector. They quietly pressure you into easier schools that make their stats look good, even if those schools don't really fit those goals, and even if that lowballs your chances of getting into a much higher ranked program that you could actually get into with the right application strategy. At MBA Protocol, our 99.1% success rate with our portfolio strategy comes from playing a different game. We don't rubber stamp fantasy lists of schools. We don't turn you away just because you're aiming high. We actually want you to aim high. And we don't shove you down market to protect our numbers. First, we start with your career target. Then we build a school portfolio that balances ambition and realism around that target. Our stats are a side effect of a good portfolio and then application coaching that allows you to really show your very best self. A topic for many other videos. You may have heard, I run the MBA Momentum Club. It's a community of MBA applicants seeking to strengthen their profiles, target the right schools, and elevate their career through the MBA. I'd love to see you in there, and you can join at the link on the screen and in the description below. In my very next video, I'm going to show you how to narrow down schools in a way that actually serves you. I'll show you the 4 filters we use with our clients to design portfolios that actually get results, not just for admissions, but also for your career. If you like this video, you probably also like this one. Check it out. Okay, whoo. Why can I not see out of my left eye? What is going on? Blah, 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 blah.